Okay, roughly 1 in 10 people own their own business, which is approximately 13 million business owners. This is a statistic according to the political facts. And I know I personally have 2 people in my family that own their own business. And I'm sure that there are some people out here that have, or that know someone that owns their own business or would like to be part of the statistic and own their own business in the future. And since I'm lucky enough to have 2 business owners in my family, I decided to talk to both of them. First, I decided to talk to my grandpa on my mom's side, which he opened up his own business called NH Machining, where they basically make machine parts for companies like Pepsi and Coke, where they make the parts that are used when it comes to making like the bottles and things. So I first asked him why he wanted to open up his own business, and he told me that he was tired of working hard for someone else, and he decided to open up his own business because why not? It's going to benefit him more when he's working hard than when it was when he was working hard for someone else. And so then I decided to ask him what the communication was like between him and his employees. And he told me the communication was pretty good. It could have been better, but it was overall pretty good. And then I decided to ask him, does he always listen to his employees? And he told me sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. Not everyone's ideas are always the best of what they have to say. And so he kind of has to pick out which is the best and go from there. So then I also decided to ask him why he decided to open up his own, or to make NH Machining a family business. And he told me, when you open up a family business, you know your employees are going to be hard workers and and have your best interest in mind. And going to work every day to see your family is not a bad thing either. Which kind of led me to my next question is it hard to have a family business? And he told me sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. But when you go into work and you see your family, you know it's always going to be a good day. So then I kind of asked him too, does it make it harder when it comes to firing people? And he told me firing people in general is hard. But when it's family, it hurts a little bit more because they're worried about their families and think that you don't care about them as much, but you have to do what's best for your company, and they realize later that you had to do what was the best to be successful. So family businesses can be nice. Sometimes they can be hard, which led me to why I talked to my other grandpa on my dad's side, because he also started his own business called Monopanel Technologies. And what they do is they basically made the buttons that are on like the hospital beds, with IV machines, microwaves, dishwashers, stoves, all those type of things. And he also worked with companies like Whirlpool and Hillrom. And so I decided to ask him why he wanted to open up his own company, and he told me at the time he saw a demand because not many people had this type of company. And so I figured, why not start my own company and be successful? Then I also asked him what the communication was like between him and his employees, and he told me that the communication was actually really good. He also had the office and shop workers in one spot, so the communication between them was good because the shipments always got out on time. And he also told me that he liked to listen to his employees' ideas because he wasn't always out in the shop. He was mostly in the office, so knowing how things should be communicated and how to get things done right was really important to him. So then I also asked him if the risk of opening up his own company was worth it, and he told me of course it was. Even though he had a lot on the line, it was really worth it in the end. And he also told me that when he was working, he would feel guilty that he wasn't always home the normal 9 to 5, being home at 5 because he didn't work the 9 to 5 type of job. Sometimes he would work late, sometimes do the first one in, last one to leave, so he would feel guilty about it. But he also knew that being his own boss, that if he needed to, he could leave at any time that he needed to help out his family, no matter what. So opening up your own business can be nice, but it can also be hard to do when you're opening it up because you just want some other people's opinions. So I decided to ask my grandparents if they had to give someone some advice, what their advice would be. And my grandpa on my mom's side said to make sure you open up a business that that makes you happy and will love to go to every day, because if you don't, it's not going to be fun. You're not going to put as much effort into it. And my grandpa on my dad's side said to make sure to open up a business where it will have a bright future. For example, right now there's a lot of trendy stuff that's out, and he said to make sure to not be part of that. Have it be something where it will always be a bright future. So then I also decided to ask them if they could give someone advice about opening up their own business, what they would tell them. And my grandpa on my mom's side said to make sure to not give too many chances to your employees and make sure that they're always working hard for you. And my grandpa on my dad's side said to make sure to hire people that are going to work really hard for you and be there till the end. So kind of what I got from both of them, since they both had successful companies, is that I need to open up my own business that I'm going to love and see a bright future with. Hire people who are going to work hard for me and are going to have my best interest in mind and going to be there in the long haul for me. And most importantly, to open up a business that I'm going to love going to, enjoy, and going to want to go to every single day until I can't work anymore. So I hope you guys got something out of that too for those who want to open up their own business. And thank you.